my name is Nikolai Petra. I'm the lead scientist in variety development and bioinformatics here at Hopsteiner, and we're in the Seedling Nursery today. We're evaluating hops for the potential advancement into the next variety. So each hop out here is its own genotype, and so each one is actually its own variety. And what we need to find here in this field is, out of these 4,000 hops, which ones are the best ones, which ones grow the best, which ones are going to yield the best, which ones have disease resistances, and which ones smell the best. We also look at the chemical profiles of all these hops, looking for unique chemical profiles. Some of these families we actually have made the crosses with parents to see how heritable their traits are. So if the mom had some interesting chemistry, we would make a cross with it, let's say with a dad with resistance, and now we're looking for kids that have, mom and dad's traits, and maybe even just seeing if that's possible. Sometimes these things are less heritable or more heritable. But we'll walk down the field and we kind of evaluate the plant, top to bottom, cones inside to out. This one is actually a little bit hollow, a little bit flayed out cone, not quite ripe yet. So moving on to the next one. I might just walk past a few that you can kind of tell just have some deleterious traits until you find maybe one like this. It's kind of a beast, cones feel like they might be getting there. So you can see there's cones all the way up. This one's actually a little bit extra aggressive coming across the top. So you can evaluate the cone. You can see this cone has some density. You can hear that it's a little bit papery, which means it's getting there on its maturity. And then what we do is we actually hold it like this, and you try to split it down the middle. And you can see that strig split just a little bit at the top. So this strig didn't split, and then it started splitting there, which means there's some moisture in the strig still, but just at the top is actually okay. This one might be at the right point to pick. Each one of these plants is actually barcoded, and we can use these barcodes to make collections on the plant. So if we really like this one, we throw some flag tape on it, and we come out later this week, pick the cones into a bag, dry them with that label in there, and then we can trace it back to this plant. We can look up its lineage. We can look up any other information we might have on it, and then we'll pass these on to our internal aroma panel, and we'll evaluate them post-harvest. We'll send it in for all sorts of chemical analysis. We do your typical alpha beta, and then you do your GCMS, where you get the oils. We actually have a few different chemical what we call freak hunts. So we actually some things you can't smell. Even though I think our noses do a really good job, especially when we get a swath of people out here, of detecting different things in the hops. And but we have another thing where we'll come through and make a small collection and kind of look for anything that is off the beating path, like is out of the standard deviation of the hops. And we'll actually go get those hops as well and send them for further deeper chemistry. Kind of evaluate the potential value of the differences that we find, and then either use them as parents in a breeding cross, or even potentially find value in that variety. Let's say you can't smell xanthohumol, but you might notice in the freak hunt chemistry that this one is high in xanthohumol. It didn't smell like much, looks like a pretty decent plant, and if we can see that in the chemistry, then obviously we want to save it, advance it, move it on because of the unique chemistry.